Well, hi everyone. Welcome to the Twin Flame Tarot. My name is Toni, and today we're going to do a deep dive into the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. We're going to get into this by checking out our Connecting with Your Higher Self tarot spread. So let's get going. Check out this box. How cool is this with its shape? This is a very fun oracle deck. This spread can also be used with just a tarot deck. You don't have to use an oracle card, or you could do a mix of tarot and oracle cards, okay? So let's get going. We're going to go ahead and lay the entire spread out before we read the meanings of every card, okay? So let's begin. Here we go. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, please tell us, how can we best connect to our higher self? What is the best way we can connect to our higher selves? How can we best embody our higher selves? What blocks are keeping us from connecting and hearing our higher selves? And what can we do to resolve those blocks? Thank you, Spirit. All right, first question. How can I see my higher self more clearly? Spirit, thank you. We've got child of the cosmos. It says the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Oh, that's an interesting card for this position. We'll come back to that. Second card, the question says, what unconscious block is preventing me from communicating easily with my higher self? What unconscious block is preventing me from easily communicating with my higher self? The seeds of Minnetonka, seeing potential, bringing unconscious to light. So there we have this unconscious block that needs light to shine on it. All right. The third card is, excuse me, it feels like there's somebody tickling my nose. The third card is how can I overcome this block? How can I overcome this block, Spirit? How can I overcome this block, please, Spirit? All right, we're going to take the card that's face up. It says, Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Interesting. So it sounds like you're going to be finding new solutions and beginnings. Let's find out more here in just a moment. The fourth position is what is my higher self calling me to do today? What is my higher self calling me to do today? It says, I'm sorry, defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. So So it looks like today we're going to be going in and clearing out some shadows, maybe making some amends, maybe paying some dues. We'll find out about that. All right. The fifth position is, what long-term goals does my higher self want me to accomplish? What long-term goals does my higher self want me to accomplish? Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. That is a very interesting card in this position. And the last card is, how can I best embody my highest self? Ooh, look at us getting unfocused. How funny. How can I best embody, how can I focus upon becoming my highest self? How can I best embody my highest self? Please, Spirit. How can I best embody my highest self? There we go. We've got jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. All right, we are going to hit pause for just a second. Let me get this camera refocused. Hang on just 1 second. Okay, and I'm back. That was just crazy. I was like, nope, you don't get to see anything else. Sorry. So let's find out what this is all about, how we are connecting to our higher selves. We start with the first position. The question is how can I see my higher self more clearly? It's child of the cosmos. Child of the cosmos. I'm going to need my glasses for the rest of this reading, y'all. Your girl here is quite blind. All right, child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. It says there's a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and the seasons when to come to go. That intelligence, it is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It is part of you that has informed every cell of you of what to do when you were in your mother's womb. So it's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it. Because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will, it's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. We have become disconnected from this pulse of life. we feel isolated very often. And so you're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every single one of your cells, that you have the access to all the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, and qualities there ever were, are, and will be. So it says, how can I see my higher self more clearly? To call upon the higher intelligence within yourself, to remember that you are made of this higher intelligence. The same energy that created the universe created you. Everything, the thing that created the stars created you. All that energy lives within you. So how do you see your higher self more clearly? Remember that you are a divine child of this universe, and that you are a direct extension of source energy. Remember that you and your higher self are all from the same thing. You are no less than your higher self, and your higher self is no less than you, or no more than you. You are directly connected because you were created. We were all created of the same energy that created the universes, and it's a divinely intelligent energy. It tells the flowers when to bloom. It tells the sun when to rise. It tells the moon when to set. If it can do that, imagine what it can do for you. Okay? So connect to the divine intelligence that lives within every cell in your body. All right? This is how you can see your higher self more clearly. The second question is what unconscious block is preventing me from communicating easily with my higher self? It says, the seeds of Minnetonka, seeing potential, bringing unconscious to life. The seeds of Minnetonka. So, what unconscious block is preventing me from communicating easily with my higher self? It says that this card represents the crystalline clarity of potential and possibility. It's about the ability and choice to see the potential in all people and situations. This could be one of your natural traits, or it could be a sign that you're currently, or it could be a sign that what you're currently doing has great potential. You may receive this card as confirmation that the situation or project has extreme potential and will reach fruition. So the question says, card number 2. What unconscious block is preventing me from communicating easily with your higher self? It's that you are not bringing light to the unconscious blocks. You're actually staying kind of stuck in this place where you're not really being self-aware, and you're not looking for those shadows. You're not looking for those parts of yourself that needs that light shined down on it. It says, according to Carl Jung, that which does not bring consciousness appears in our life as fate. When water appears in dreams and art, it often represents the unconscious mind. Pulling this card also may mean that you are being called to bring light to any unconscious patterns that you may be unaware of, to look at them and to see them clearly and consciously so they don't appear in your life as fate. What unconscious patterns or behaviors are ready to be brought to the light of day? And that's what they're asking you. What unconscious lights and behaviors are being asked to bring to the light of day? The only way you can become aware of that is to become aware, to be conscious. Spend an hour a day. Spend a whole day being in your mind, being conscious, not letting your mind wander and drift and go down rabbit hole. Be where you are and be present for the day, and allow those unconscious thoughts and habits and beliefs to show themselves by making you think that, oh, this is fate or whatever. No, these are your unconscious habits showing themselves. Become aware. Okay? All right. Card number 3, how can I overcome this block? In other words, how can you become aware of these unconscious blocks so that you can overcome them? Okay? And so this is card number 3. We have the inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Inner earth. Hang on just one second. Inner earth. Here we go. So how do you overcome this block? It says the inner earth is believed to be a hidden subterranean world within the planet itself, right? There's a lot of old ancient cultures that mention these stories. You may have heard of Lemuria, Atlantis. There were several other in the Hindu and Celtic lore. Even in Tibetan Buddhism, they even call this the secret city of Shambhala, and it's thought to be in the Himalayas. So many people have looked for this inner earth in the physical world, but without success. So the mystery continues. And this is just kind of what we're talking about. You know, it's about going into your subconscious, and how do you know, you're searching, but maybe you're searching without success. So how do you identify these parts of your subconscious? And so the mystery continues, right? There are solutions beyond what you can perceive, surprising outcomes to your problems and situations, resolutions that are in the best interest of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea of what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You will survive this and things will work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up the energy and shift your thinking. Try something you wouldn't normally do. Soon you'll see that the whole world of solutions are available. And so that's really a really good piece of advice. Sometimes if you're stuck, the best thing you can do is to get out of your own way, get out of your own head, go do something fun. A lot of times when I'm stuck, the best things I can do, if it's a little tiny bit stuck, not a great big giant problem, I'll go clean out a closet. I know you're like, what? No, really, I'll go clean out a closet or organize a drawer. By the time I'm done cleaning that out and making room and making space within my own physical home, I've now cleaned out my head and made space for the answers to come and the unstuck to get. If I'm super stuck, I'll go do something really fun. I actually will go have fun. I maybe something as simple as getting out in the sunshine and going for a 10-minute walk, or maybe something really fun like going for a hike or going on a car ride to some place I've been wanting to go. I live in the Smoky Mountains. There's tons of fun stuff, places for me to go here. I'll get out and get out of my own way by getting out of my head. And that's what they're trying to tell you. To get inside and to get the answers inside that you are seeking that are hard to find, sometimes you got to get out of your own way by changing your energy, shifting your perception, by allowing your energy to let go of what you're holding on to and make room for the answers to find their way to you, okay? Things that were previously beyond your focus will then be able to present themselves. Helpful people, signs from the universe, and support in both expected and unexpected ways are on their way to you. But first, you need to do something different to shift your focus so you can receive them. Okay? All right, card number 4. What is my higher self calling me to do today? I'm really excited to read this one. It says, I'm sorry. Defenselessness, righting past wrongs, uprooting. That's a big one. Uprooting. Okay, it says, we are living in divisive times. And when we're hurt and we're triggered, we tend to see things as a personal attack rather than the opportunity for healing. If we were to find true peace and unity, we need to drop our defenses and see things outside of right and wrong. So to bring about more unity, we must first acknowledge the ways in which we have both we and the world have been divisive. The shadows, the hate, the wounds, the separations, the severings, the wrongs, and the sadness. You today are being called to explore how you and your ancestors or your society have consciously or unconsciously inflicted pain upon others. To find a way to drop the armor around your heart and to see the things as they truly are for all people. To say I'm sorry with an open heart and mean it, to be a part of the healing rather than the perpetuation of inherited conflict or oppression. This is not about blame, and this is really important. This is not about blame. It's about unwinding the patterning that got us here. And if you don't know, there's a beautiful prayer called the Ho'oponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. You can do the Ho'oponopono prayer 7 or 11 times or however many times. Say it until you feel exhausted with it. But that is a beautiful chant. And if you know how to do tapping, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Repeat 2 more times. Go head all the way down to your fingers 3 times. That is a really beautiful way. Get yourself centered, get yourself focused, and then choose to release that energy. Ask for forgiveness. Ask the universe for forgiveness. And then receive it. It's not just important to ask, you actually have to receive, or otherwise you're not completing the cycle and closing the loop, okay? All right, card number 5 is, what long-term goals does my higher self want me to accomplish? And this says Star Brothers. Actually, I opened right to it. Uh-oh, wrong one. Star Brothers, turn page. There we go. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. So These are your long-term goals, okay? So you are more protected than you can imagine. So it's safe to open the back of your heart. You are being called to be open and to receive a new level of support now from those in your life and from the benevolent beings you are connected with. It says, through ancestral patterning, current life traumas, and past life karmic impressions, many of us have become mistrustful and suspicious of loyalty and have blocks when it comes to receiving support. Like I just said, we've learned that we need to go at life alone, and that it's not safe to let our guard down and to open our heart, that this world is not a friendly or a safe place. So this card is telling you that you're being asked to have a new experience of life here on this earth, to feel deeply secure and safe, even when you're going through a difficult time, to hand over your fears, to release them, and to see these fears as opportunities to let in more love, okay? So the long-term goals is, first of all, identify the places where you have abundance blocks by fear. What are you afraid of that is keeping you from receiving your fear? I'm sorry, what are you afraid of that's keeping you from receiving your abundance? And how can you take that fear and transmute it into an opportunity to receive and give more love? Okay. And that is how you will focus then on achieving your long-term goals. So many times, like for me, a long-term goal, I've been trying to grow my YouTube channel. I've been trying to grow my personal private readings and, hit a certain benchmark with each of those. And this has been a very slow process, but I've had a little bit of fear of success, and I've had a little bit of fear of, public recognition and things like that. That's been literally holding me back. And so this is just as an example. These are the things that you can literally identify and be like, this is blocking me from a long-term goal. How can I take this and transmute this into an opportunity to give myself more love and to receive more love? Okay. Stay open to receiving a greater level of support than you can ever imagine. Call in your team of loyal supporters and protectors, both physically and energetically. They want you to learn how to soften through life's ups and downs and to learn how to open your heart, especially when it most wants to harden. Okay, when you're afraid, that's when your heart really wants to close off. Learn how to open it the most when you're afraid. All right. And for our very last position, how can I best embody my highest self? It says to jump in, baby. Oh boy, I love this card. This is such a perfect ending. Jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. So how can you best embody your highest self? Don't be afraid. Let go of fear. Jump on in, baby. The Andromeda is a spiral galaxy. The closest galaxy, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Andromeda is what I meant to say. Andromeda. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy closest to our Milky Way. It's believed that the Andromedan starseeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. They are very adaptable, and they have strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow, to find the calm in the chaos. Perhaps you have a significant goal or an opportunity ahead of you. If so, you are being guided to jump in. You don't need permission. You don't need to stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, get a good old run up, and jump on in head first. Dive on in, baby. Life bends for the courageous, and the courageous is what you are being called to be. You are already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is sleep. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life here on earth rarely is. However, it's the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory. And once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. All right? How can you be adventurous? How are you being called to take a running jump and leap? So how can you best embody your highest self? Be adventurous, be brave, be courageous, get fear out of the way, pour a little love on it, and chase those dreams. All right, y'all. This was such a great reading. I loved it so much. It's got me very excited. I can't wait to look back and reflect on the messages here. And I hope you enjoyed it too. If you did, be sure you give me a thumbs up, a heart. I love y'all. If y'all haven't already, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope I get to see y'all next week. Until I do, I love y'all. Bye.